Alright guys, today we're going to learn part of Crash Into Me by Dave Mathews. I think it's Crash or Crash Into Me. And what we're basically going to learn is that first part that starts on the song, and it's used repeatedly during the song. Let me go ahead and play a little bit of that for you so you know what I'm talking about. So here's the part we're going to learn today. Okay, now we're actually going to keep the strumming pattern kind of simple for the lesson, and as you get more comfortable with playing rhythm guitar and this song, you can actually go ahead and add in your own rhythm to it, make it a little more complicated. I'm playing this on the electric because my acoustic gets a little loud for the microphone here, so that's why I'm playing it on electric. But it's a good song to play on acoustic if you've got one handy, and you can actually make it happen on the acoustic. But strings are a little easier to press down on the electric if you're having trouble with that. Now, let's actually get to the notes we're going to be playing. Basically here, for this part of the song, you're going to have a chord that you're playing over and over again with bass notes that change underneath it. So let's go ahead and learn that chord real fast that we're going to be playing. And you're going to have to use these fingers to do it. So here's the chord you're going to be learning. It's going to be... you're going to use your pinky in the 5th fret. So this is the 5th fret, this is the 3rd fret. Here's the end of the guitar neck. And you're going to go ahead and put your pinky in the 5th fret on the B string. Okay? So it's going to play that note. Alright? Check your notes to make sure they sound the same. It's the B string. The E string underneath it, the skinny one, is just going to be open. So you let that one ring open. Okay? Alright. Now, you're going to take your 3rd finger and put it in the 4th fret of the G string, playing that note. Okay, so here's the 4th fret. 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd string from the bottom, the G string. Now, the chord is actually a 3-note chord. It's just the G string, the B string, and the E string. Okay? That's the chord you're going to be playing the whole time, and then you're going to change these bass notes in between. The reason we're using our 3rd finger and our pinky is because we need our first 2 fingers to be able to switch between those bass notes. So let's learn our bass notes real fast. I want you to keep this chord down and get used to switching these bass notes. So here's your first one. We're not going to actually play everything here. We're just going to play the bass notes. So your first one is the 4th fret on the A string with your middle finger. So that's that note right there. 4th fret on the A string with your 2nd finger. Then you're going to play open on the A string. So pick that finger up and play that string open. Again, that's the A string, 5th from the bottom. Then your next bass note is going to be the 2nd fret on the A string with your 1st finger. Okay? So far we've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and your next bass note is going to be open on the E string, the thick one, so that one right there. Then you're going to play 4th fret on that same string, the E string. Okay, so those so far are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to play open on the A string again. That's the 5th string from the bottom. So open on the A string. Then 2nd fret again on the A string with your 1st finger. And then open again on the E string. That's the 6th one, the fat one. Okay? So here, let's do them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Those are the bass notes that you're going to use in between the strumming of this higher chord. Now, you strum differently in between each one. So basically, here's how it's going to start. You're going to start off with your first bass note. That's the 4th fret on the A string. And you're going to start off strumming, just plucking that bass note. Okay? So you pluck that note right there, 4th fret on the A string. And then you strum this chord 3 times. I like to go 2 downstrokes and then an upstroke. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, one more time. That's A string and then the chord. Okay? Then you're going to have your next bass note. If you remember what that was open on the A string. Okay, and after that one, you just strum once. Strum that chord once, so it's. Now that's a pattern right there that we just played that's going to get repeated. So it's going to be your first bass note, and then 3 strums of the chord, and then your next bass note, and then 1 strum of the chord. And then we start repeating that with our different bass notes. So now we're going to our 3rd bass note, 2nd fret on the A string, and we're back to 3 strums of the chord, and then our next bass note, which was open on the E string. And now we're back to strumming that chord once. Okay, so far we've got okay. Now our next bass note is going to be 4th fret on the E string. We're back to 3 strums now. And now we're going to the open on the A string, the 5th string. If you can see that one moving. And you guessed it, it's just going to be 1 strum after that one. Okay, so far we've gotten this far into it. I think that's where we got to. Now we're back to the 2nd fret on the A string. Right there. That's our first finger. 3 strums. And then back to the open E, that thickest string. And with just 1 strum. And then it starts over. So let's go through that really slowly. I'm going to get close to the camera here. And I'm going to go play slow so the camera doesn't blur too bad. And here we go. Okay, if you were to play that fast, it's going to sound a little more like what you remember the song sounding like. Okay, now that's what the song sounds like pretty good. If you want to really take it up a notch, go ahead and start adding your own rhythms to it and make it a little more complicated, a little more like this. Okay, and that's what it should sound like if you're playing it a little faster. So I'll make more videos for the rest of the song, and I hope you enjoy them. Thanks a lot for watching, and remember, you can find the rest of the videos at www.mikesguitarlessons.com. In mid-October, we're in mid-September right now, but mid-October that site is really going to go live, and I'll have all the videos on there. But until then, I hope you still enjoy the free videos I'm putting up here, and I'll see you soon.